Yeah, we bring reviews of your house, talk to our dudes of your house. I bring my views of your house, wrestling truths of your house. We talk to you in your house, we keeps it cool in your house, we keeps it cool in your house. I'm spitting truths in your house. Yeah. Mark's hating on his fans, Becky Nish on the man. Play with two like a lion, household a dangerous alliance. I am a nightmare like Cody, and I'm overcoming like Kobe. No, they cannot hold me. Come listen, I'm hosting, critiquing, I'm boasting. This wrestling I'm knowing.
Podcasts these days.
My name is Brian Pillman Jr., and you're listening to the In Your House podcast. This is Austin Theory of Evolve, and you're listening to the In Your House podcast.
This is AEW's Darby Allin, and you're listening to In Your House podcast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to In Your House, starring Alakan House. This is the People's Podcast. Haha. Hey guys, you already know who it is. It's your boy Khan, ready to give you that work when it comes to this professional wrestling business. That is what we do, and hey, we love it. So let you guys know where you guys can listen to this at. You guys can listen to this at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. Hey, you don't have an Apple device? That's alright. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, we can get to you. And what time is it? Oh yes, it is that time, because last time that I checked, In Your House was the hottest professional wrestling podcast. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, round the clock, putting in that work, and we're bringing all of the smoke. And guys, you already know what it is, so it has been a crazy week for your boy. Been super busy, just doing my thing, but still, of course, paying attention to what's going on in the professional wrestling business. And if you guys have had a chance to check out one of our highly downloaded episodes, I mean, it just went crazy. It was doing its thing, getting the downloads. It was circulating through Twitter, circulating through Facebook, and that was our review on Bizarro Lucha, the Endless Waltz, and it was a fantastic show. I had a blast, and I go back. Like we said, I would go back, and it was a fun time and a fun experience. But after the show, I had the opportunity to talk to a man that not only I got a chance to see in the ring for the first time, and it was an absolute pleasure. I got a chance to talk to this man, and he's just I've heard his name on the scenes for years, and man, he's a classic, just a vet, you know what I mean, just a big homie, you know what I mean, in the professional wrestling business. And like I said, seen his name a lot throughout the years, and I got a chance to see him for the first time, and he is every bit of everything that he says that he is. He is the timeless technician, Appollo Starr. How you doing, bro?
What up, Kyle? What's going on, brother?
Not too much, man. Thank you so much for taking your time to come on the show, bro.
Oh, for sure. Thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, no problem, man. So I got a chance to see you wrestle for the very first time, and that was at Bizarro Lucha. You were in a fatal 4-way. You walked away with the victory, and man, you got it, man. It was incredible to finally see you, for the first time. When I saw you was wrestling, that was definitely one of the main reasons that I was like, okay, I got to make this show, because I've never seen Appollo Starr wrestle, and I want to have my opportunity to take in one of his matches.
Cool. Right on, man. I'm glad you were able to come out, man.
Yeah.
This is a good time.
Yeah, it's a vibe, man.
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
Sure.
And it was awesome. I had a blast and got a chance to talk to you and everything. And now I have a chance to talk to you on the show in front of the 14 different countries across these great United States and locally right here in Indiana. And one of the first questions that I always like to ask, especially a talent as vetted in the game as you and still smooth, you know what I mean, still doing it in the ring. You know, let me ask you this: where did this start? Where did the professional wrestling business start for Appollo Starr?
As far as like fandom, or as far as being in the business?
So I usually like to start it out with like fandom, and then we'll move to how you got in the business. But I want to start about how this became a thing for you as far as fandom goes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be dating myself here, but it started off. I was a boxing fan for as long as I could remember. Like,
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah.
I was a huge boxing fan. And one day I happened across a ring, thought it was boxing, and saw that it wasn't boxing.
Mm-hmm.
And what it was Maple Leaf Championship Wrestling.
Okay.
Which was, I'm from Buffalo, New York originally.
Oh, okay.
So shout out to Buffalo.
Yeah.
And it was Maple Leaf Championship Wrestling, and at the time, they had stars like Billy Red Lion,
Ooh.
Dewey Robertson, Angelo King Kong Monster were like the Canadian mainstays. So, you know, Buffalo's right on.
Yeah, right there, yeah.
Border. So it was those, and then, you know, they would use the guys from Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling like Ric Flair,
Ooh.
and you'd see Paul Jones and Sweet Valiant, Ivan Koloff, and wrestlers of that nature. So I started watching that, and then on the next channel, I found out, once my family members found out that I liked wrestling.
Yeah.
So there's other wrestling, and it was Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling. So I started off on Maple Leaf Championship in Mid-Atlantic, and that's where, you know, Flair and Greg Valentine, Paul Jones, Valiant,
Yeah.
you know, Rock's dad, Rocky Johnson, and
Ooh.
all that good wrestling. I just started there.
Yeah.
I've just always been a fan since I'm like 20 years old.
Oh man, that is awesome, man. That is awesome. So my next question for you is this, Appollo? It's at what point, what moment in your fandom did you realize I have to do this? I have to be a professional wrestler.
Well, I realized it so early.
Yeah.
And went through periods, but I want to say, probably about 6 years old.
Okay.
And I had moved from New York to Tacoma, Washington.
Okay.
And they had a cable channel called MSG, where they would show you main event shows from Madison Square Garden. Because back in that time, you just got, you know, the TV matches.
Yeah.
On Superstars or whatever promotion to build to the house shows. So it was rare when you got to see, like, main event matches, unless it was the grainy run-back tape that would show you just to show you what popped off at the big show.
Yeah.
So I was psyched. And it was the main event was Jimmy Snuka and Bob Backlund in the cage.
Ooh.
That was the famous where Snuka jumped off the cage to try to smash Backlund. Yeah. So
Wow, that's iconic.
Yeah. And the opener, bro, is Tiger Mask and Dynamite Kid in 1982, brother.
Ooh.
You feel me?
I think but it's in a prime, bro.
So I was hooked.
Yeah.
Was like, what is this? You got to imagine, this is 1982, so we got Dynamite Kid with this Japanese explosive style, wrestling like a big dude. And you got Tiger Mask, you got Muhammad Ali footwork, and he's got a mask on. That's a tiger. He looks like a cartoon character.
Yeah.
And Bruce Lee fighting, and that was off the chain, bro.
Man.
It blew my mind. I was like, I gotta do it. I gotta find a way to do it.
Yeah. And that,
real.
and man, I totally feel that, man. I totally feel that you just fell in love with it, and I think that's great that it's, you know, not a lot of people, man, not a lot of people figure out what they want to do at that young of an age, and then here it is, and man, you're doing it. You're being what you wanted to be, and to me, man, that's the dopest shit to me, man. When people actually follow their dream and actually achieve it, you know what I mean? That's dope to me. So that leads me to my next question, and that is this: like, how did you break in? Like, once you finally realized that you wanted to do it, and you started trying to find ways to do it, how did you break in?
So I go, like, I'm in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be, you know, I've decided, okay, I'm at an advanced age, but I want to be a wrestler. So I'm going to try to find out how to be a wrestler.
Yeah.
We're trying to find schools and everything. And, you know, we looked up a couple of schools. It was, what was it? USWF, I think,
Mm-hmm.
in New York. And so, you know, I was contacting their school, and I had a friend who actually is a promoter now named Keith Miller. He promotes World's Finest Wrestling.
Okay.
now.
Okay.
And he was like into the internet and all that shit back in like the early 2000s. He had a public access television show where he covered indie wrestling.
Oh wow.
Like back then, and he met some wrestlers, and we met some wrestlers, and we were going to go through the process of trying to. I was going to train in New York, but I never got to. I started a little bit with a guy named his name was Vinny Ferrari.
Okay.
And he had been trained, but he was a ring announcer, and he taught me a couple things. And I had my first match off of a couple of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a couple of things that he taught me. And I had my first match in New York in April, and I didn't have my second match till I was here in Indiana
Okay.
in August. And I started there, and then I started training with a man named Jim Reynolds, who wrestled locally and throughout the Midwest as Jimmy Jackhammer and as Jimmy Killia, which was he had a partner named Bella McKern, I believe it was, Mc something. And they were like the Highlanders. They were big dudes
Yeah.
who wore, they were called the Highlanders, actually. Big dudes who wore kilts, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was my trainer for a good 2 years. And then I started going on the road with American Kickboxing.
Oh.
He had some issues with his, Jim had some issues with his training center. It was out in Whiteland. It was in the barn in Whiteland. And we would go out there like 4 days a week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And train. And then my homies, my little dudes, Scotty, Vortex, and my man Cliffy, God rest his soul, they were like, yo, you should come with us and train with kickboxing. Because they were doing kickboxing seminars, training with him and going to Evansville with him.
Yeah.
And they hollered at him, he hollered at me, and we started rolling on Tuesdays. We would get up and we would go to HWA down in Cincinnati. We would train in their ring. They'd allow us to train in their ring and work on the TV on Tuesday nights. We'd come home, then we'd bounce and go to Evansville, and it was the same deal. They'd allow us to train in the ring during the day, and then we'd work on their shows at night. And that was my program. And then we'd pick up whatever shows we could get on the weekends. And that was my training for a couple years.
Yeah. So now,
For sure.
So now you're here. You're a veteran in the game. And the next question that I want to ask you is this: is when you were coming up, and we're gonna get more into your career, but as you were coming up, who did you really? Was there anybody that you modeled yourself after, as far as being Appollo Starr? The reason I ask that is I want to know who influenced you. Who's in the DNA of Appollo Starr?
That's an excellent question. As far as like wrestlers who I love, like I was a big fan, of course, of Ric Flair. Like as a kid, I was mesmerized by this cat, bro.
Yeah.
Like he was talking that shit.
Yes.
Like he, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had the suit on like my Uncle Ricky, and this motherfucker had hair like Farrah Fawcett. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, this is the coolest cat on the planet.
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here. This man got the belt all the time. He got all the women.
Yeah.
He does whatever he says he's going to do. This cat is the dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The biggest. It's almost cliche to say that, because everybody was a Flair fan, but I was the biggest Flair fan. Like, this cat was the baldest, like, most magnificent dude on the planet.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Him and Steamboat, and, they had their feud. So it was, we had that opposite the track deal going on.
Yeah.
And I was big on Buzz Sawyer and Tommy Rich, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Their feud, and all the feuds that they used to do in the 80s, like Rich and Sawyer and Paul Jones had a whole army of wrestlers that he used to feud with Jimmy Valiant, and Dusty Rhodes. Like, I was such a big fan of Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
Same thing. This cat is talking that shit. He got a blonde afro. He out here swagging around and, just connecting,
Connecting, yep.
So, Dusty, Flair, Buzz Sawyer. I was a giant Buzz Sawyer fan. He was just so smooth and explosive and powerful. Great Muda. I'd have to say Taz. I was a younger, not younger, but later in life, I became a big fan of Taz.
Oh yeah, I like Taz too. I like his podcast too.
All the suplex wrestlers. I was a big fan of all. So Iron Sheik, early Iron Sheik, I was big on. Taz, Matt Bourne, Buzz Sawyer, all those cats, man. And like I said, I was just a big fan of the whole, of everything. Anything wrestling, I watched it, brother.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Guys, I'm sitting in with Appollo Starr. You guys can listen to this. He is my featured Friday guest. So check this out Friday. Put In Your House and Appollo Starr in your ears as you are driving to work Friday morning. And this man is Poison. Oh, yes. We're sitting in with Appollo Starr. And the next question that I want to ask you, man, is now you're wrestling and you've had a storied career. Do you ever have a time where you, because I know you're probably busy a lot and you're always moving and always working shows. So my next question for you is this: is do you ever have time to really, stop and smell the roses and realize that you're living it, man, and it's awesome? Like how is that? Or are you just a workaholic?
You know what, man? I've been wrestling a long time, but I'm still, to be totally honest and transparent, I'm still reaching for things. You feel me?
Yeah.
You never get too much. I'm still reaching for things. I still want to live off this. You
for
feel
sure,
me?
yeah.
Like, I would still like to live off of wrestling. And I haven't necessarily, I pay some bills, but I would like for it to be my primary thing that I do, like wrestling and wrestling-related things only. So I'm still reaching and, trying to achieve things. But to get back to what you were saying, I do, man. It mostly comes when with the respect from the younger wrestlers.
Yeah, yeah.
That's huge. I get treated, especially around here, like locally, the young wrestlers are very respectful to each other.
Oh, that's
so
great news.
That's really cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get a lot of joy in that, and get to, walk in and they listen with intent and they treat you very respectfully, and I appreciate that. So those are my moments when I'll be like, man, I was able to make a little difference.
Yeah,
in
for
some
sure.
way, shape, or form. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's important. I appreciate that the most, and I think it helps to be able to go out and like most of the time when you give somebody you talk to a lot, they don't know they don't know nothing about no match you had with Nigel McGuinness in 2004. They don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They didn't see that, you know what I'm saying? They don't know. So it helps to be able to be like, hey, man, maybe you want to try this. And then they can watch your match right after them and see that you do what you're saying that they should do. You feel me? I think that helps a lot, too, to be able to go now and, tell them to move with some explosion in this spot, and to tell them this and tell them that, and then do it as well.
Yeah.
So it's not empty. You feel me?
Yeah, no doubt. You're actually doing what you're saying that they should do.
Right, showing improvement. A lot of times, like, if, to give instruction, you want to see that somebody knows what they're talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
And it helps to be able to do that, where they can see me do it and see me getting at it still. Hopefully, at a solid, high level. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So let me ask you this: I noticed that you said you're still reaching, you're still going far. Looking for new accomplishments and new achievements, and to absolutely eat off wrestling, which I think you got what it takes. But my question for you is this: is something like a WWE or even maybe a AEW something that's been on your radar? As far as even watching what's going on to see what's what with the promotions,
Well, for sure. But I pay attention to everything. I'm watching the WWE product.
Yeah.
I'm following what's happening with the AEW. I'm following MLW.
Oh, okay. That's a good promotion too.
I'm watching some ROH as much as possible. I watch Impact. I watch Japan. I watch the things over in Europe. Like, I'm a wrestling fan.
Oh, yeah.
Still, I've never stopped being a wrestling fan. So I'm checking a lot of things out. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see everything.
No doubt, and that gives you that gives you an edge because you get you're keeping your finger on the pulse. You know what I mean?
Right.
So important.
It helps to know what's being done.
Yeah.
In front of the fan base that's going to be seeing you as you get out. You know what I mean? In different places and all that. Not necessarily that you'll be doing the same thing. It may mean that you're doing the exact opposite, but it's good to know, what people are doing currently. And, because the business is always changing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Evolving, evolving, moving forward, trying different things. I mean, we're hitting a wrestling renaissance here in 2019, moving into 2020. I'm seeing it, I'm scoping it out, and it's a great opportunity for somebody like the timeless technician, that's Poison, Appollo Starr, to get some real opportunities, because wrestling is about to, and you just said that you've been seeing it yourself, man, that wrestling is about to enter another renaissance, possibly another golden age. 2019, 2020, we have two major promotions with WWE and AEW, the Wednesday Night Wars that are coming on. There's a lot of things going on, and it's great for everybody on your end of the spectrum as far as being in the business, because now there's more opportunity for guys like you to eat off of wrestling full time.
Right. definitely, man. And you know, today's fan base is growing and different. Like I heard you. I listened to your show on Bizarro Lucha.
Yeah.
And I heard you speaking on the fact that, you know, like and I know you and your guys on the podcast are like hardcore wrestling fans, and you go to wrestling shows and you go into Bizarro Lucha and see that there's a whole another like realm of wrestling fans out this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And that's crazy because I've been to shows, you know, around in this city for years, and I see fans at Bizarro Lucha shows that I've never seen anywhere.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? So there's a whole, you know, whole spectrum of wrestling fans that we don't even, you know about it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people watching wrestling nowadays.
There really is.
The way you can see it, like, is so you can just pull it up on your computer or your phone or whatever, and bam, you can watch wrestling in England or wrestling in Japan.
Yep.
There's so many different ways to access wrestling now. So it's a different time. The way people take it in is different. And people are seeing a bunch of different wrestling now. So it's a good time.
It is. It's great, man. It's really good. It's really a good time to be a wrestling fan. We say it all the time here on the show, and definitely appreciate you listening. But one of the next questions that I want to ask you is this. So you had made mention that you had listened to the show that I did with Hy Zaya, and you guys are you know, really good, you know you guys are close. Could you kind of expand on your guys' friendship and you know, togetherness as brothers in the business?
Right. Well, Hy Zaya was trained by the same trainer as me.
Oh, okay.
By Frank Mullins, the American kickboxer.
Yeah.
Hy Zaya's like the first student of the Rage Dojo.
Oh, okay.
So we hooked up, probably 2004. He had already been trained, and I was just coming in. I was Frank's new student, and we were teaming together as the Nubian Dragons.
Yeah.
Which was one of the names that I, used myself, but it fit perfect when we started teaming together.
Yeah.
And we came up together as the same, from the same dojo. We just tag team back in the day, and we just been boys and brothers for years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
that's what's up, man. That's what's up. He was a great guest, but we're really here to talk about you, man. And man, I got a chance. I got a chance to see you in the ring, like I said, for the first time at Bizarro Lucha, and it was awesome. It was great to see you, man. And man, you really do good on connecting with the crowd. Like when you come out, man, like you come out with just that swag and that vibe, man. And I like it. Like, is that always who you've been?
yeah, man. I mean, the thing has evolved, of course.
Yeah.
With changing, but I've always been like part of the. I've always said that I'm a hip hop dude.
Yeah.
I'm not a rapper. As far as the gimmick.
Yeah, for sure.
The gimmick is that I'm a hip hop dude. Like, I'm the cat in the video who's in the background. But I'm not a rapper, but I'm just one of the dudes who's a wrestler. Yeah,
for sure. No, I feel it. Hey, man, you're there. You're there for the. It's the culture, man. Trust me. I'm a hip hop guy, so I get it. It's just the love of the culture.
It's like back in the day, when I had the dreadlocks, I cut the locks like a couple years ago.
Yeah, I saw that you had the dreadlocks. Yeah, I was checking out some of your matches, and I was like, man, you used to have dreads.
Yeah, it's like back in the day, I was like one of the goons.
Yeah.
With the dreads, and who was a wrestler, and now it's kind of evolved and kind of into like I'm the big homie of the hip hop crew, but I'm a wrestler. The whole thing is that I'm a wrestler.
Yeah, I dig it.
I'm
Yeah, I dig it. Listen, anything that ever has anything to do with hip hop, I'm here for it. Because because I love hip hop. Always love it. Will never not love it. So man, as far as and I got another question for you, and I'll ask that in a second. But this leads me to a question I just had. As far as let's talk about that. As far as hip hop goes, man, I just want to ask real quick. Who do you listen to?
I'm saying I'm open, but I'm one of those cats, bro. I'm from I'm still listening to that KRS-One.
Yeah.
I'm still listening to that
Nas.
I'm still listening to that Boom.
Ooh.
That Jay-Z, you feel me? Like,
yeah.
The Roots.
Yes, I love the Roots.
Smith and Wesson, that whole boot camp clique, or like Sean Price. I get down with Andre 3000.
Yeah.
Outkast.
3 Stacks.
Yeah, and the spitters, whoever spitting out, like I like Dave East.
Yeah.
I love them Griselda cats. Shout out to Buffalo. I love Griselda, Conway, and Westside Gun, and Benny the Butcher, all those cats. So I like the illest, the hip hop where you spitting. I like the rhymes. I like the grimy beats.
Yeah.
I like the art form hip hop.
Yes.
I'm not much on the commercial. Like, if it's got a nice track, I like to dance. I ain't hate or nothing. I'm too old to be all that's whack and blah blah blah. Even though a lot of times I think it's whack.
Yeah. And a lot of current hip hop is whack, and I record and do that stuff and write and rap myself, and I just do it like it's hip hop to me, man. It's just, to me, I'm just talking about my life. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's what, as long as it's dark and poetic and somewhat original and, what I'm saying, hardcore, you know what I mean? And when I say hardcore, I don't mean, like necessarily with a bunch of gangster rap or whatever. I mean, hardcore, like grassroots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Beats and rhymes and intelligence and art. You know what I mean? I dig it. I'll give it a chance.
Yeah, no doubt. Speaking speaking with some conviction. You know what I mean?
Right. Talk about something. Say something that's giving a message. It doesn't have to be, a necessarily 100% positive message.
Yeah.
I touch with MOP. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Poetic and creative and
some
artistic. I can rock with it.
Some hip hop is angrier than other hip hop.
Yeah, like some of my most favorite hip hop is angry. Like I said,
yeah.
I like MOP. I love that early Mobb Deep.
Ooh, yeah.
Rhymes, early Busta Rhymes track. I feel it.
I vibe with it. Yes, I'm here for it. But man, moving right along. I just wanted to ask that because I'm a hip hop guy too, and I always love to hear, wrestling fans, and then a hip hop head too. Hey man, that's cool in my book. But moving on to the next thing I want to talk about is as you've been part of a tag team, the Soul Shooters, with Dru Skillz, and you guys been running together. It's a name I've heard. I've seen a lot on social media. The Soul Shooters. Can you kind of talk a little bit more about that and how you guys came together?
Yeah. Well, back in the day, I told you, Kickboxer took myself. Simply Spectacular Dave Davidson, J.D. Mariani. He ran with us for a while and did some training with us. We took it, and Scotty Vortex. He took us all down to HWA, and we would go and train and work there. And I met Dru there because Dru was at HWA from the time when they had the contract.
Yeah.
Back when they had the developmental contract. So he went there, and he was one of their, he went through their school. And we just linked up, man. We hooked up. We had some similar interests.
Yeah.
We hooked up. We went on a trip to NWA Wild Side.
Okay.
So we had a hookup through Matt Stryker, not Matt Stryker, the Matt Stryker from this area, from HWA. He was a real good wrestler back in the day, and BJ Whitmer, they had hooked him up with a spot down there, and he kind of put me on. He was like, "Yo, let's go to Atlanta. Let's try to get that work." You know how it is. You just hitting the road.
Yeah.
And on that ride, we decided that we would be a tag team. We were like, "Man, let's do this." You know what I'm saying? And we locked in and became a tag team. He got with the promoters that he was working for. I got with the promoters that I was working for. And we were like, "Yo, we doing this tag team thing." And we went hard, straight tag team for like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years.
Oh man, so that's why the name's been so heavy, because you guys been running so long.
Yeah, we ran hard, and we still team now.
Yeah.
Okay? We've been teaming for about 15 years.
Woo, man, that's a
about
story.
18 in the game. Two years in, we start teaming.
So when exactly did you start training?
I started training in 2002.
2002. Okay. So man, you've got so many years in the business, and you're
2001 actually.
2001.
Yes, for sure.
Man, I'm not aging you or anything like that, but I mean this as a compliment. Like, man, like, you get it in the ring still, man. That was my first time seeing you, and I wasn't thinking that long. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Hey, no problem, man.
You know, that's important. You wanna be in there, you know, going with the times. You don't have to move at everyone else's pace.
Yeah.
But you have to be able to move in there. You have to be athletic, and you have to be able to go in there. So I appreciate that.
Hey.
That one recognizes that a brother still got some go.
Oh, you got it, man. You got it, and I just always have to say, and I mean it when I say this, man. Thank you for all that you do and putting your body on the line for our entertainment, bro.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Oh, thank you for real, because I enjoy it. I love it. I love seeing it. Just professional wrestling, man. Seeing how it felt like. In the public eye, it was gone for so long, but now it's heating up, and there's fire under it, and it feels good to be able to still say, like, hey, I've been rocking with it, you know, even when you guys stopped, you know what I mean? And now here it is about to hit another renaissance again, and it's about to be awesome to be a fan, and I'm sure awesome to be a worker as well.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like I said, and the fans, you know. It seems like the fans accept everything now. Like, back in the day, you would go and there would be a separation of, I don't know, your average fan, and there's still somewhat of that, like your casual fan and then your grassroots fan.
Yeah.
And the grassroots fan was brutal.
Yeah.
The grassroots fan kind of just sat on their hands and waited, because they were Japanese fan marks. Like, they were, not only were they marks for Japanese wrestling, but they were marks for Japanese fans.
Yeah.
So they wanted to do whatever the Japanese fans did.
Oh, yes.
So with an American spin, they would find a way to shit on you if you did poorly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas, or if they, you know, if you weren't, you know, they were highly opinionated.
Yeah.
And nowadays it seems like as long as you going hard for them, and you know, they'll accept everything, which some may consider a bad thing, depending on, you know, what your view is. But I feel like if you are going hard and working hard, they'll accept it.
Yeah.
If you do it well, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a good thing for the business.
Absolutely. I like to see. I just like to see people going out there and just being uniquely them. You know what I mean? And leaving it all out there. You know, leaving it all out there and showing that you care. Because, I mean, I know being a fan of it myself. You know, there's, you know, I'll watch, you know. I'll watch some WWE shows, and not recently because I think it's been pretty good recently, but I'm talking about it even as much as a couple years ago. It just felt like things were just phoned in, and then you go to a show like Bizarro Lucha or something where everybody is just, it seems like everybody on these indie shows, including yourself, is just so hungry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, man. You out there, you know, working hard to get it.
Yeah.
You're trying to show your art, and you're trying to be uniquely you. That's very important, because there are so many wrestlers, and there's so, you know,
Yeah.
there's so many wrestlers, and it's hard to find, you know, like so many moves, and everything has been done. So you have to find ways to tell your story and be uniquely you, and entertain in a way that makes you stick out.
Absolutely.
So that's what I try to do. I try to, you know, keep it current and still keep it old school, and
Yeah.
you know, keep it funky, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
You're trying to keep it somewhere in between, and I think you're doing a great job of it.
For sure. Thank you.
No problem, man. No problem, man. So the last question I wanna ask you before I let you plug anything that you want to plug, which I do as a sign of respect to my guests. The last thing I want to ask you is man, it's been sticking in my head that you said earlier that there's still some things that you wanna do and you wanna grab. So let me ask you this, and give us as much as you can give the 20,000 followers, 14 different countries across these great United States and locally right here in Indiana. Give as much as you can possibly give without giving too much away. What is next for Poison Appollo Starr?
Brother, whatever I can get popping.
Yeah.
Whatever I can get popping.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get out more. I've decided, like, I don't know if everyone does, but when you do it for a while, you kind of battle with it, and you kind of like, I don't know, maybe this is it, and but eventually you're just like, nah, I'm not, you know,
Yeah.
this is not it, you know what I mean? You want to get whatever you can. I still want to travel. I haven't been to Japan. I still would love to wrestle in Japan.
Yeah.
I still would love to wrestle in England.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Overseas in the UK. Like,
Yeah.
I still got goals that I'd like to achieve. I would love to, like I said, I'd love to wrestle 100% for a living, and on television, for a contract, and the whole deal, man. I'm not trying to wait for anything. I also am not delusional about, you know, what I deserve or whatever. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
Because you deserve what you get.
Yeah.
You feel me? You deserve what you go out and get.
Yeah.
And whatever I haven't done, things that I'm trying to get, and I appreciate the journey and things that I've been able to do.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, and you've had quite the journey. But I still definitely. Why wouldn't you want to, with the influx of wrestling that's going on these days? You know, why wouldn't you want to go out and travel and really showcase your art on a bigger scale. I'm here for it, and I think that there's still room for you. I know I see you on a lot of cards on my timeline, and I see so much wrestling on my, because it's just I got so many people added that's in wrestling, so I see it a lot on my timeline, and I'm still seeing you on so many cards and everything, and I'm like, yeah, man, I could definitely see Appollo Starr overseas wrestling and just accomplishing those goals, still wanting to do something full time, and man, I think, man, that getting your insight and having you here on the show, man, it made for a really great episode, man. So I truly appreciate you coming on.
Word up. Thanks, Khan, man. I appreciate you having the brother on, man. No doubt. I enjoyed this.
Oh, I'm glad, man. I'm glad. And you're always welcome to come back on my show. But until then, it is your time, Apollo. It is your time to plug anything that you want to plug, anywhere that you might be, your social medias, anything that you would want to plug for the listening audience to hear and see how they can keep track and follow Appollo Starr. It is your time, brother, to plug away.
Yo, I'm on Facebook at Appollo Q Star. I'm on Twitter, at Poison Apollo, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be at Funkified Wrestling this Saturday up in Warsaw, Indiana. I'll be at the next that's WTF here on September 20th.
Okay.
I'll be at World's Finest Wrestling in Connersville, Indiana, on September 28th. October 5th, I'll be out at Heroes and Legends, Fort Wayne, and I'm just trying to keep it moving, brother.
No doubt.
So, yeah, don't let me forget, AWR is returning October 27th. I got that smoke for Young Cole Radrick.
Uh-oh. Woo!
You know what I mean? Smoke. Everybody wants to smoke till they start choking. You feel me?
Facts. Big facts.
Everybody wants it. You know what I mean? So I'm give it to them. Feel me? October 27th.
No doubt. No.
I'm just out here, man. No doubt. I appreciate you, helping a brother try to get out here even more. For sure.
That's what it's all about, bro. To me, I'm just trying to give back to the business that's given me so much, and I had an opportunity to talk to you and have you come on here, man. And I heard that they'll be at Heroes and Legends, and man, I'll get a chance to meet you there.
Definitely.
Yep. We'll meet again. We will meet again, and it'll be great, man. It should be a good time, man. So once again, thank you so much for taking your time to come on here and bless my podcast, bro. It was a great conversation. Thank you so much.
For sure, brother. I appreciate you, man.
No problem. Guys, this was another great episode. I want to thank my guest one more time, Poison Appollo Starr. Guys, you already know what we give you. We give you that work. So, let you guys know where you guys can listen to this at. You guys can listen to this at Apple Podcast, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. Hey, you don't have an Apple device? That's alright. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, hey, we can get to you. Check us out October 5th, Heroes and Legends 13, Fort Wayne, Indiana. We are the official podcast of the entire event, and if you can't make it, but we really hope that you make it, you can check it out on Fight TV with your boy, the status symbol, Con House, and the golden ticket, Jason Saint. Guys, what are you doing? Buy a freaking shirt. That's www.prowrestlingtees.com/inyourhouse. Guys, we tell you this all the time. Hop on this bandwagon. Get on. Or get gone. Because the household, well, we going strong. You guys have a great day. And a great rest of your week. Peace.